Hello everyone. I'm going to try to show you guys how to repair a ps3 and 4 controller for cheap. What I'm going to be attempting to do is take this water bottle cap and modify it so that it would fit over here. These are PlayStation 3 controllers, and as many of us have experienced, when you use them very often or to play a lot of games, the casing around the analog sticks, they end up chipping off. They end up looking like this. These pieces fell off this controller right here. And what I did was I took a bottle cap from a water bottle and I trimmed it like this with a scissor, and I cut off this part right here. Cut all of it off. I'll do that off camera. Now what I simply did was I cut around the edges to remove the side of the bottle cap. My next step will be to cut the middle part off by doing this with a utility knife. I'll go all around. So what you do is you just poke a hole in this here with a knife and you cut the middle portion off. Okay, I'm almost finished cutting the middle of the cap off completely. You just have to watch out and not cut your fingers or hurt yourself. Kids, don't try this at home. Now, I didn't make a perfect round cut, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the excess off the middle here. Oops. It's hard to do this without cutting yourself, so please be careful. Next step, you're going to put it over your controller, fit it over the analog stick. It still doesn't fit yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to trim some more. So what you do is you keep trimming until you can fit it over the analog stick. And what you're going to do as well is you're going to cut this part off too of the cap. So what you're going to end up with is a flat surface. And then as this one is already broken as well, I would trim this and fit it over here and make sure there's nothing stopping the analog stick from moving. And then what you could do is, what I did was I cut all this off and then I put glue under all around this ring, and I would fit it over here, and then you have a perfect fit like this one. So this one's a finished product. It doesn't look pretty, but it looks okay and it works. So I used this already and it worked perfectly. It doesn't get stuck anymore, because if you have this part off here, sometimes your controller gets stuck. So now it looks good. And also, just want to point something out. If you have a broken spot here and you just want to put this, if you want to use this but not remove everything here, because if this part is still solid, then what you could do is you turn the cap around and you could glue it this way. But if all this is already weak, you would have to chip it all off and then you could put it this way. This one was done this way because it was all broken here, and I chipped it all off and I put it over it, and I colored it with a permanent marker. But this one's only broken here, so what I would do is I would turn it around upside down and glue it this way. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps.